True that.
The wild and wacky Smugglers Run.
There we go. So as you guys can see, Fort Garnick has a big old square around it because that's where you guys managed to make it with your hover vehicle. You got past the big scary robot that took out the Jedi. Poor, painful memories of that, I'm sure.
I didn't feel a thing.
We're going to call it 3 Smugglers, 1 Jedi.
So I did clear the Destiny pool if y'all want to roll your light side, dark side dice.
You want some dark side? Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, please.
Oh, that was the wrong button, apparently. Duh.
There you go. There's some more dark side for you.
There's 2.
Yummy,
There's
yummy.
3, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We are some evil fools.
So needless to
They're
say, as
dark-hearted.
soon as you hit the base, shit just goes from bad to worse. I'm just gonna say.
This is 2 games in a row where we've had nothing but dark side points.
It's
Yeah.
You still got to get your roll, right? Nope, you're there.
Nope,
Never mind.
that's everybody.
That's
Uma was
Nice.
nice enough to give me twice as much as the rest of you guys.
it. Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, of course, this is when I will shamelessly remind you guys of those little side quests that y'all got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure y'all remember them since, you are in the fort. So, some of
Hey,
you guys...
I'm trying to get paid.
So, of course, you guys pull into the fort, they give you this immediately little meter thing of, like, you can park over here, or you can... Okay, there we go. I'm, like, really slow for my ping to pop up. Or you can park over here where all the folks are lolling about because, of course, there's snipers off in the hills shooting at the people randomly, and they're like, get to cover! So, of course, you guys realize when they call this place a fort, they're not kidding that it's a fort. Because as your map slowly fade in,
Dun, dun, dun.
the walls of this fort, by the way, are like starship hull size walls, so they are pretty hefty. And there happens to be a really nice defense droid right there. One of those ones that's almost like the ones that you have following you guys. Only, yours is all beat up. This one is in pristine shape, ready to shoot things down. So, of course, you can park your vehicle over here, or you can park your vehicle over here. You see a lot of folks lolling about over here, by the way, that seem fairly military based. There's a medical droid, those really tall cylinder type that have like the 9 or 10 arms around them. Standing out in the middle, pretty much administering first aid to folks. They come up and stick out their wound, and you're seeing the droid scans it and starts immediately zipping between all its different arms to perform first aid or full-blown medicine, as the case may be.
Baymax?
Not even taking them into the building, huh? Nice.
Nope. I'm here for your emergency medical needs. Spray adhesive. Get back to war. So pretty much one of the troops will address you guys, and yeah, they were told to kind of expect you, I guess, So you have the passcode because you were given the passcode by those guys,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, so state your business.
Well, now, my business, of course, Jim, was I have to get paid for these blasters.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't want to tell them about the blasters. And the guy who, was supposed to pay me for the blasters, was gonna jerk me around and not pay us. So,
So you happen to know that your contact that you need to meet was supposed to you were supposed to be brought to him, and he's waiting for you in Alvlatan's Rest Cantina. Pretty much,
yeah.
It's further in the base, so you could just say, "Hey, I need to go to the cantina."
That's what I was looking for. I'm like,
if you zoom
where
out,
am I supposed to?
If you zoom out your map, it's right down here, about halfway down.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell him I have business at Avalatan's cantina.
And you can totally thank Jannog for this great map that he provided you guys.
Thanks, Janong.
And you're welcome.
Okay, so you're just like, hey, I got business at the tavern, and the guy's like,
Yep.
cool, whatever. Do you have anything to declare?
I declare that I'm a sexy beast, and I'm off to the tavern.
Do me a favor, in case, since you're dropping the sexy beast
charm.
line. Go ahead and let me clear the pool first. Go ahead and give me a charm roll as you're playing off the smuggler casual sexy beast.
Yeah, I'm like, nothing to see here.
Okay, so needless to say, the guy's like, he's like, those Leku are no lie.
Let's distract them.
So you kind of like, say, hey, this is my crew, and you kind of wave the group on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they ask about the droid, by the way. What's up with the droid that's dogging behind you guys?
Come to a place like this, a girl needs protection.
But guy kind of looks at his data pad and he kind of D9247 was reported stolen by the uprising. Are you returning it? And he gives you this look like I am confused.
I wouldn't have scrambled that information, or is it like something that was hard?
Yeah, because if I remember
scratched into
correctly,
It's basically spray painted on the side of him.
oh, we could have taken care of that easy.
You carry spray paint?
No,
but
I have blasters.
I was gonna say I have a blaster. I can do a grazing.
I mean, we can just
I
toy.
have a lightsaber that I could scrape it off with real easy.
Exactly.
Okay, so one of you guys, since you decided to stop and take time to disguise this government issue battle bot, give me a disguise roll. Let's see how well you can disguise that. Who's going to do the roll?
Hold it. Disguise?
Yeah, deception.
Deception, I have 1 yellow and 2 greens in deception. I really should raise that.
Well,
I do have 30 points, and it is career, so that would only cost 10, right?
If it's career, it only costs 5 for the first one and 10 for the second one.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to upgrade that and spend 10 of my points.
As you've been practicing your lying
deception.
skills.
And hold on, let me make sure I go in and take off those points.
Yeah, I ain't deceiving nothing, so.
That's what you got Uma for.
All right.
Yeah, so I figure, you know what? Yeah, let's upgrade that. Okay. All right, so are we ready? Jim?
Yeah, your dice pool is ready.
So I succeeded.
Okay, so one of any bots between the electrical damage the thing took, between the cosmetic damage it was given by the rebels when they jacked it up and spray painted it, and a little bit of selective lightsabering to the VIN number. So it's no longer really recognizable, and it's all bubbled up and got that whole blister look. So you have success that you could, if you guys want, attempt to abscond with the droid.
Oh, hey, Jim, real quick side question. Was I able to recover any more stamina, or strain, I should say, since session?
Yeah, I'm pretty much expecting that you guys took enough time that you could, mostly recover. And then once you get to town, you'll get a little while to finish recovering, so you can fully bump yourself back up to full strain and full soak.
Excellent.
As you guys are taking your time getting back here at this point, because y'all had a rough trip getting from the parking lot up to the building.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the thing that really kind of turns up Uma's nose is she sees that up in the mountains to the south here, there's actually 2 hangars, but of course these are Republic hangars, so anything you park with gets scanned. You guys don't want to be parking there.
Yeah,
Right.
no, not if I can help it.
But it does look like the starport is grounded here as well. It's just that you see the two cones of landing ports in the mountainside.
Hmm.
So in theory, you could jack a ship if there wasn't turbo lasers shooting every little ship.
Jack a ship. Great.
We have one. We don't need another right now.
What is
Unless
that?
it's
What is
better.
the satellite thing?
So that's basically part of the satellite communications. Pretty much, this is the only place you can truly connect to the HoloNet.
I want to go there.
Oh, do you? So of course,
I like data.
you guys are pretty much told to park your droid with your vehicle. It's not allowed on the base. It's totally not allowed on the base. I don't care how jacked up it is.
Well, it can protect our vehicle then.
Yeah.
And then
Makes sense.
thankfully, you guys concealed the vehicle as well because they're like, "Isn't that one of our vehicles?" And the guy just lifts up his elbows and his clipboard and points to the Twi'lek walking back and says, "I am not going to say anything to ruin my chances with that Twi'lek." As you know, there's the prototypical movie shot where the camera pans from him to up the hill and you see the Twi'lek's butt shot. Flanked by her three partners. Just the Twi'lek's butt shot is showing out there.
Misdirection. Look at the ass, don't look at the hands.
So you guys are heading on base. You know, there's speeder with some folks. It's a very busy place.
Yeah, I'll bet, because nobody wants to be anywhere else right now.
Yeah, pretty much because
Right.
all the cowboys are in the fort hiding from the Indians, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So look busy. We have details here. We don't need to go out.
Mhm.
Yep,
As
so let's
opposed
start.
to other folks that are like, we want to get on our ship and go away. We want to leave this place. And now that everything is grounded, there's quite a few upset people saying, I will pay twice for a ticket to get off this planet.
Yeah, everybody will. Okay, so
Hey, will they?
hmm.
I mean, that's kind of what smugglers do.
Right.
Among other things, yes. So let's head towards the cantina.
Yep.
Okay, and I will
Well-
conveniently grab you some minis to put on the menu.
What?
Madness.
There you go, thinking.
And of course, it's not fully to scale, but it's there as reference. So of course, where are you all heading to first? Are you all splitting up? You sticking together?
Goal at this point it's the cantina, I think. So
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything for me here other than to follow the captain, so.
where the entrance is.
There's like 3 or 4 little entrances. It depends on which ones you go to. As you have successfully split the party.
No,
Just
not
be safe, Janelle.
we. Not we.
I just want to see, what do I see there?
Okay, so Janag, you see a big communication satellite with a tower, and there's a couple different astromech-style droids that are plugged in, basically conveying messages. And you see the little data ports are moving back and forth that are working. There is a free, basically a little phone booth that you can walk up and access the HoloNet through, as well as, of course, jack into it if that's what you're interested in. As if that's something the Slicer might be interested in doing.
Right.
Are you going to walk up to the little kiosk and use it?
Yeah.
Okay. So immediately as you walk up, a little holo projector there pops up, and it's basically this operator, and she's basically just saying, all citizens of Ord Mantell are free to use the communication kiosk, but due to military conflict, we are currently restricting all HoloNet users to a limited time of 10 minutes or less. Please prepare to be scanned for your one-time user code.
Oh, one time?
Well, it's that type of deal that, you get to use it for 10 minutes today.
Right.
And as soon as you step up, it basically gives you your little library card number, and it says, remember this number, as your biometrics have been scanned. Now, of course, if one slices past this,
Right.
that's totally a thing. And I keep looking at Zarek's picture as the creepiest Jawa ever. It's the serial killer of Jawas.
So yeah, I'll do like I don't want to slice anything yet. I just want to do like an like a like just an information probe to see what is out there.
Now, are you just going for general information, or are you being super, super sneaky? I.e. average or hard?
Probably hard.
Okay. So ready whenever you are. Hey, look, you got a light side point now.
Right.
Yay!
Yay.
Didn't see that coming. Wow.
Wow. So, look at that.
That's
So-
pretty damn good.
For one threat, go ahead and take a strain. I'm totally not going to get much out of it, but take one strain. And meanwhile, you immediately slip your data port in there and you start running your automatic algorithms. Your bot programs are running. So, needless to say, you can do way more in 10 minutes than anyone else can right now because you're using your private search engine as opposed to HoloNet Google. HoloOogle. So immediately you've got it set up to 10 minutes would be way more than enough time for you to download 200 of your favorite movies as well as all the web surfing you want to do. So before I start data dumping on you, what's the Triumph going to be used for?
If I have to hack into if I have to hack into the system again, I get another blue die. Or these guys can, I don't know. Do you guys want like an easy thing? Or?
For a Triumph, I'll let you have a free upgrade for any time you hack into the communications satellite.
Yeah,
Okay.
as I say, one blue die should not be sufficient.
Yeah. Well, I'm not greedy. I'm just not. I'm
Yeah,
not greedy.
but I mean, like,
It's a
you
Triumph.
just basically made it your,
Say it. You
biatch.
want to say it.
Yeah, you just made it your biatch.
So yeah, I'll give you a free upgrade anytime you use the communications tower here, because basically you put in a nice convenient backdoor password.
Right.
So you get the skinny that yes, the war up in the solar system is pretty bad right now. The planetary embargo is still going pretty bad. Supply drops are absolutely limited to basically they're just launching like a life pod full of supplies and hoping it doesn't get shot down. Because now that the separatists on the planet have control of the orbital defense weapons, pretty much they're not wasting ships anymore. Well, remember they have the entire network. If you take 3 more offline, then you could drop their control.
Right.
So pretty much everything here is grounded, and you do realize that you could easily give yourself some access codes, by the way, for getting off the planet without being hassled by the Republic forces.
Oh,
Yeah,
we'll
but what
definitely
about
do that.
the?
Well,
'Cause the Republic forces are gonna win.
that's the separatist forces. That's up to them if they want to shoot you down or not.
We'll win.
Yeah.
Is there anything specific you're looking for?
Well, yes, and you know what that is.
What would that be?
Side quest?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
So you really quickly, because you had all those successes, you swooped through really quick and used your search engine to look for little words that popped up, and immediately you see the Hollow News Network has a stack of Hollow messages that have not been claimed yet. And as you're slicing through it, you find out that the reporter, who's is Vish Nazar. She's one of the big Hollow News Net reporters out there. She actually is in some place that they refer to as Talaran Village, getting footage of the combat. And currently, she reported she'll be back yesterday. So you're getting the idea that she never made it back to the fort, and she is somewhere between here and Talaran Village, which is that village that's just to the northeast.
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
conveniently one of the guns you have to go after are over.
Right.
And of course it's got a little hollow vid of her, and immediately once you see the name, you recognize her. She's really closely humanoid, but not quite humanoid. Her eyes are off, and she's got really, really bright red hair. She totally stands out in a crowd. And that, and she almost always is surrounded by 2 or 3 camera drones that are constantly recording her everything.
Right.
And it's not inconspicuous at all.
Well.
And you're immediately seeing all these replies of, as each message goes unanswered, you're seeing more and more bold type and more exclamation marks and more urgent. Please read. Please respond now. As you can see in the last, 16 hours, the messages have gotten a little more desperate of, we need more information now.
Sweet.
And of course, it does, since Triumph is involved, I'll give you a little extra. It does have her emergency beacon if she has to activate it for rescue. Not that, she'd ever use it. Because hard-broiled Lois Lane reporter.
Right. Now, okay. But I know the code for it.
You know what frequency it's on.
Okay.
Sadly, someone's got a jammer going that's blocking a lot of signals.
That's what I was guessing.
Gee, I wonder who that asshole is.
Okay. Okay. I will wrap it up, and I will head to the cavern or the cantina. The cavern. Yeah, I want to go to a
Same
hole.
dev.
Yeah.
There totally needs to be a cantina named the Cavern.
Right.
Just because it literally is some dive cantina. So meanwhile, while you were doing that,
Right.
as the map fades in.
Do do do.
Do, 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 do.
I was thinking.
So, you guys come into what should be this big hopping base town cantina. It's got great posters on the wall of join the Republic, join special services, and the place seems to be dead. You see one sad guy sitting at this table over here, and he's just crying into his booze. And then, you see the little holovids are flashing old recordings of old movies. And you guys coming further in. And by the way, the tan boxes are doors.
Okay.
So as you can see, there's many ways out of this cantina.
Yeah, let's go in further.
Where was the guy sitting and crying?
Over here.
Over there. He just looks like maybe some poor father who may have lost a son crying. And, you come in here and there's 3 guys at the bar. and they're literally like just reaching over the bar to grab the dispensers. It's like the soda dispensers, and they're just filling up their drinks. As there's no one
No
tending the
bartender?
bar, there's no bartender.
Wow.
Oh.
As they just kind of look back at you, and they definitely look like off-duty soldiers that just like took their uniforms off and piled them off in the chairs over here, and they're just like, "Hey, come on to the bar. The booze is free."
But we don't see anybody else.
Nope, not at the moment.
I'm gonna go to this door.
Okay, you go to the door and it gives you the whole because it wants you to put in a passcode.
Okay.
And these guys are already pulling up some dirty glasses. They're like pouring out whatever was left in it and filling liquor, random multicolored liquor up for each of you guys. It looks like, a Long Island iced tea, but with like rocket cone colors. It's like, here, try one of these. We just invented this one. We call this one Rocket to the Moons.
Great.
I'm going to ask them, hey, I'm looking for an associate. I'll give them, and I give them my contact's name.
One of them goes, I'll be your associate. So you give him your contact's name, and they're like, oh, yeah, he's got some customers back there, but you don't want to talk to him. He is not happy right now. He heard that we could lose this base any minute, and if we do, all he's put into this bar is going to get lost.
Looks like he's already losing everything.
I mean, he's back there waiting for some delivery shipment, but like he said, if any food or drink shipments come, we're free to drink and eat whatever we want.
Is there like a buzzer, like to say?
There is a buzzer.
I'm gonna click the buzzer.
Okay, you do the little buzz, 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 buzz. And after a few moments, you hear this long distance, like someone isn't close to the speaker, but someone else is holding the button. And you get this, what do you want? I've got nothing for you.
Yeah, but I might have something for you.
Who is this?
I think you've been expecting me.
And immediately the voice gets kind of closer, like he's running towards the speaker. And he's just like, Schick, go ahead and open the door. Let him in. I think it's the delivery. And you just hear some, this snidely little voice do the, okay, boss, okay, I'll buzz him in. And you immediately get the bzzz.
Okay, so what do I see when the door opens?
So when you see the door open, you just see this really nice kitchenette. It's obviously the kitchen for the bar.
Who do I see?
You don't see anybody yet, so they must be further off inside the building.
All right, I'm going to go in, but I'm going to have my hand on my blaster.
Okay, so you come in kind of old Western style, hand on blaster. So as soon as you come around the corner there, you see this guy who looks a lot like the contact you were told to look for. A human, heavy set, he's bald, but he has a big mustache and beard. It's got that weird, mustache that meets the beard type of thing. But then doesn't become the chin, it's only the cheekbones,
It's the Mobius.
And he looks like he's been crying for hours. His nose is red, his eyes are puffy, and you can just see on the tables here are tons of fine foods cooked up. And he's just like, and what was the code name you gave for Uma? I'm assuming it wasn't your first name.
No. Now I have to think of something on the fly.
Fluffy bun.
Fluffykins.
Fluffykins.
I'm just throwing something out there.
And he looks at you almost pleading as he's saying, Are you Fluffykins? Come in, come in, come in. Eat some food. And he gestures over to the table, and there's tons of beautiful, expensive bottles of booze and tons of amazing delicacy foods put out there. He's like, quickly, we're making sure to eat everything we can before those bastards come and take over the fort, because I've been told the Republic will not spare any troops, not even those ingrates that are at the bar drinking me poor. Do you have the shipment? Where's your ship?
I do have the shipment. It's the port that we were cleared to land in, but we brought it with us, didn't we? We brought
Nope. You left it on the
that's
ship.
right. We left it on the ship.
I asked.
We brought one box.
Yeah, that's right. We brought one of the boxes.
You brought him a taste.
Yeah. We have one crate with us. The rest is on my ship back at
Droliad Village.
Yeah.
We also lost our prisoner.
It's like I was neglected. You neglected to inform me that you were having a little police action on this planet.
And he just gives you that friendly police action. Come, bring your friends inside. Come get some food. Talk while we eat. So yeah. Well, yesterday everything was fine until the fort commander made his little speech about we would drive any of the separatists off the little shoreline here, and then he went off to go deal with things and never made it back. And he gives this sad look because I had a great deal with the commander, but thankfully the colonel is very open to the negotiations that his predecessor and I used to have, except the bastard won't commit any protection to the cantina or my supplies. And he kind of gestures in this room, and you kind of realize there's a lot of illicit gain goods in this building that have nothing to do with a cantina.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we need to discuss the payment that is owed, as well as I'm thinking a small increase for hazard pay.
And he just looks at you shocked, like, hazard pay? Well, and of course this guy kind of like gets like right up to his boss's side. He gets kind of defensive, like, I got you, boss, if need be, because he looks like a little fuglet. He's got his little blaster in his belt.
Not asking much, just 10%.
And he looks at you like, well, I guess for business relations, 10%'s not that bad. And I love how your group just, backed you up immediately. Mm-hmm. 10% wouldn't be much. I mean,
it wouldn't be unreasonable.
It would just be another 200 credits. I mean, that's not bad.
Wait a minute. Hold on, let me get to the.
As she's checking.
Of course. Sheet. Well, I am. I'm checking what you sent me was my thing, but it didn't say how much I was supposed to get for the.
And
so I don't. Yeah. So I don't know what the original shipment was supposed to be. The original agreement was.
So pretty much, you're supposed to be getting about 4,000 credits from him. Some of it was supposed to be in trade, but basically about 2,000 in cash.
I don't think I would have agreed. Well, I might have agreed to trade.
So he kind of looks around and he's like, well, currently we're having a bit of an issue with, as you understand, the weapons were already spoken for. And I have most of the credits. I've got most of the credits. However, the base commander was supposed to supply me with the rest of the credits. And the colonel will only pay for the weapons if I have them with me.
Yeah, and 10% of what I was agreed upon would have been 400 additional credits.
Okay. I know
So,
better.
When you say you only have some of the credits, how short are we talking?
Well, and he kind of walks over here, and the other guy kind of gives him a look like you probably shouldn't. And he kind of like walks over, and he, goes up to this chest, and he types in a code kind of drunkenly that he like doesn't give a shit if you're watching him type in the code. And he opens it up, and he starts pulling out data, credit sticks, and basically a data pad that you can obviously see is used for banking. And he says, currently I can give you maybe 1,600 credits if you have the guns.
Oh, we have a problem. That's not even half of what was promised.
And you immediately see this guy start to like finger his blaster and take a step over to where there's a rack of blaster rifles hanging on the wall.
I'm gonna
slow
your roll there.
With them and shake my
I'm just gonna say, slow your roll there, buddy.
And he immediately
I
looks.
don't get paid for
And the boss immediately looks at him and it's like, "Hey, come on, Schick Daz, don't do anything stupid. Things are bad enough as it is. We've lost half the merchandise."
Yeah, and I'm not the one here that's not keeping up their end of the bargain, am I?
And he just kind of looks at you like a broken man, and he's just like, "I'm sorry that my business being robbed blind by anyone who could try to steal whatever they can has put your business in jeopardy as well. But what I can do, if you have the weapons, I mean, did you park them at the gate? Did you bring them up to the building? Where are the weapons?"
Okay, that is not going to be disclosed until we nail down payment, because you're not the only one that has commitments. So where is the commander that's supposed to come up with the other?
Well, if you have the weapons, I can get him here immediately. I'm sure he'd be excited because half the weapons are actually supposed to be given to the fort here to use to defend it, which we really didn't think we needed. I'm just glad I didn't sell the other half to the separatists before this all happened.
Okay, look, I've got one crate with me, and the other one is secured at our landing site. So,
were there 3 crates?
As he does give you a kind of panic look when you just say 1 and 2. He's like, I ordered 3 crates.
Yeah, I have one with me, and the others are on the ship on my ship at the landing site.
Okay, so
or thereabouts.
What do you mean by thereabouts?
I'm not going to tell you the exact location of the cargo without the funds.
I mean, with
I brought one in good faith.
Okay, so
and I'm perfectly
maybe go
willing
into
to
like
get...
how the guy that we originally talked to, like tried to. We got a feeling he was going to screw us over.
Yeah, and
nobody's mentioned the double cross yet.
Yeah, the chump that you sent who did try to double cross us.
And as soon as you say that, Schick, the other guy, immediately looks at him. See, I told you that scum tried to steal the ship, didn't he? I told you that piece of scum would steal the weapons and run if you sent him without someone to back him up. I should have been the one to be at the starport. And he's just like, no, Schick.
Jonah.
I pay you good money to keep my person alive.
Varric is the one. Varric is, yeah. And that chump Varric is not really giving me a lot of faith in what's happening. So you'll excuse me if I'm just a little hesitant to just play all my cards right this second.
And he kind of grabs this big hunk of, really opulent looking fruit and starts chewing into it, fruit dribbling all down his chin and stuff. And he's like, so what if we renegotiated a new deal?
I'm going to tell him, hold that thought. Captain, and this is whispering just to the captain.
Okay.
If he's missing his commander who can finish the rest of the deal, why don't we bargain with him to sell him the one crate we have now for 50% of what he owes us, since he can cover that, and we will go look for the captain, since we need to go take out those other cannons anyway.
Well, he doesn't have. He only has, what was it, 1,600?
Yeah, but it was only 2,000 total cash, and the other 2,000 was going to be
4,000, and what was the agreed upon price?
4,000 was the total agreed upon value. 2,000 was cash. 2,000 was, Jim, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that what you just said? 2,000 was going to be cash. 2,000 was going to be goods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he can give us 1,000 cash and $1,000 or credits worth of goods.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so you kind of do that quietly and whisper to her,
But just to let you know, I have to unload these other ones.
That's why if we go get the captain, we should be able to finish the deal.
Okay. So what offer do you make him?
It's like, we'll give you the one crate that we have with us right this moment for 1,000 credits and $1,000 worth of merchandise, and we'll sell the other 2 crates to the commander.
Okay, and he's just like, if you've got the crates, I will take that deal. It'll at least give me a little goodwill with the base if I, split the crates up and give them what I have to, keep everything under wraps.
Hmm?
And he basically points to the wall of nefarious things. He's like, what goods do you want? And he basically points to the wall. And he's like, I would recommend the Corellian whiskey. Because, that's just the good stuff.
Whiskey
What's
always
going to be the
sells
easiest to get past customs?
Because it's not illegal.
Aha.
Where's the wall? Over here?
Uh-huh.
I'll come over to take a look casually. Unperuse the wares.
You see a nice hodgepodge of old blasters, the occasional grenade. But mostly it's the rare foods and booze that catch your eye. At least if you're looking for resellable items.
Yeah, the booze is going to be the best for reselling.
I mean, and then as you look at it, he's like, you know that's Corellian whiskey. It's been distilled more than 3 times and aged for at least 22 years.
How much of this stuff does he have?
He's got at least 6 crates. Each crate's got 25 bottles in it, and from it's booze. You guys know booze. That each of those is about 500 credits worth. Each crate.
And he's got how many crates?
2 crates of those.
He's got like 6, more than would be your cut. Your cut would be about 4. And of course, as Zarek's stacking them up, he's like, "No, whoa! We need to see those blasters first." And Schick kind of like, is reaching one arm towards a vibroblade, one arm towards a blaster, like, don't be taking product without dropping your product off. As the fair is fair.
So where is the crate right now? Did we leave it
It's on the
truck with the robot.
The skiff, yeah.
Guarded.
So I'm gonna whip out my comm and call over to Janong and say, Janong, are you available to bring that crate in?
Sure.
All right, we're in the back room of the cantina.
Is there any of the whiskey sitting out and open?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of bottles. It's almost as if somebody's just
He's
been
been trying to drink
opening,
it.
taking the first drink and putting the bottle down, and opening the next one and drinking that one. You can tell these guys are having it's the end of the world kind of party.
Right. So I'll take one and take a swig, make sure it's real shit.
Oh, it's smooth. I mean, there is no burn. It's just smooth taste. It's subtle. It's strong. It's good shit.
Okay. I stand there with the bottle waiting for him to make the call to Janong there and see what's happening.
Now we just wait.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it'll be like probably a good 5 to 10 minutes to walk back, get it, carry it.
You literally get right to the door, and your communicator pings, and it's like.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, yeah.
So you come back, and Janog's coming in with the case. As soon as you walk in, the good old boys at the front of the bar are like, "Hey, come on in, have a drink." Is that more booze? Are you bringing more booze?
Oh, so Jim, before he actually gets all the way in there, I'm going to ask the boss dude if he knows anything about the uprising and Captain
Norris?
General Norris and his girlfriend. If he's heard anything about them, if he has any intel on them, what's the underworld saying about him right now?
That's a good question. He's a good guy to ask about that. So you start dropping names, and he starts getting uncomfortable, but he starts thinking about it. And even in his little drugs, booze, and all the good fatty food he's overindulging in, he's like, that son of a bitch is a mercenary for hire that came to the planet to start some trouble. First, he worked for the Republic. Then he branches off and starts this uprising. I'm telling you, it's a total conspiracy. He's totally backed by the Sith. That's the only thing that explains it. He came here for 2 years and worked for the Republic to find out whatever he needed, and then immediately, as soon as the Separatists uprise, he gets announced as their big leader. I'm telling you, it's a total conspiracy that, it's purposely meant to destroy my business.
Tell me more about this possible Sith involvement, and who do you think is behind it?
Oh,
is his friend fairly new to the area? It seems like she's pretty questionable.
Unfortunately, I don't know anything about his woman, but all I've known is I've heard she's scary, and she's the one who's quicker to kill someone than he is. I mean, but
maybe she doesn't like being referred to as property.
Or she's a Sith Lord and she's going to murder us all.
And she's manipulating General Norris like a puppet.
I'll tell you what. You seem pretty interested in this no-good general.
You could say that.
and he reaches behind this big old, looks like a roasted, pig the size of a cat. It looks like a pig, but it's cat size. He reaches over the platter, kind of rubs his sleeve against the greasy food, and pulls out a disruptor rifle. And it looks shiny and new and pretty, and he says, "This is Bessie. If you bring me proof that you've killed that son of a bitch, I will give you Bessie as a bounty on his head." I'm sure the Republic's got some kind of bounty on his head already, because that's the way they work. If they can't fix the problem, they pay for the problem to be fixed. But I will give you this disruptor rifle if you can bring back some proof that you've killed that son of a bitch. Because you know what? He still has a tab at this bar. And I'm willing to pay you this blaster rifle that used to
I thought you said it was a displacer.
Disruptor.
Disruptor.
I will, and he just kind of looks at Uma, who's interrupting him. He's drunk. I will pay you this blaster, who used to be my grandmother's disruptor blaster, but it is in pristine condition. She used to keep this behind the bar when she owned a bar, and it's been a family.
Only fired it on Sundays.
Twice on payday for soldiers. So if you bring back proof that you killed this son of a bitch, I will reward you for it, because why are you asking about him? And he kind of gives you the drunk one eye of like, he's looking you up and down like who are you to be asking this kind of info?
Well, he's making it extremely difficult for us to do business.
And he kind of
like that.
He kind of pours a nice pink champagne and goes up to Uma and hands Uma the glass and says, "You ain't kidding. He's bad for business." And he kind of tries to clink glasses with you, but he of course is a horrible aim. Unless you correct, he's going to miss clinking glasses.
I'll correct.
Okay, so that we doesn't spill trying to auto correct over you. And he just throws back the champagne. So you get that crate of Corellian whiskey. If you kill that son of a bitch, you get my grandmother's disruptor blaster. And I'm paying you 1,000 credits. Hard credits, as he kind of like is fumbling a couple of credit sticks that seem to have pre-marked numbers on them that look like they're a nice stack of credits. As soon as you bring me that crate of blasters, and conveniently as timing would have it, Janag is right there in the bar, being offered booze by these guys who have like 4 glasses, saying, "Hey, you want one of these? I'll make one that's the same color as your scales, man."
Yeah.
And he like leans down to the floor and picks up a beer bottle, pours it out, and then fills it with some green fizzy alcohol beverage.
Yeah, just head straight for the. As a matter of fact, Alina or Zarek, one of you want to go make sure those guys don't give him any real problems?
Yeah, I can do that.
Just in case.
I've gotten the answers that I think I need for the time being.
And he looks and goes, "Alina, I like that name. I got trust in you. Can you please pull off the Mon Calamari squid rings that I have in the fryer as you go through the kitchen?"
Oh my God.
And as you go through the kitchen, you see the auto fryer's got this little warning light that the food is almost done.
Mon Calamari.
Yeah, I'll go get Janong first, and on my way back, I'll pull it off when it's actually done. But I'm not gonna stop and pull the food off when Janong's trying to get in with the with the rifles.
So Janong's pushing the crate in there, and you're just like, "Hey."
Yep.
And
hey, he made it in uneventful. Good to see.
as soon as he sees the crate, he kind of leans over to Uma, who's wearing her smuggler's coat of many smuggler stuff.
What is that noise?
I was gonna say, was someone air blowing out their computer?
Sound like it.
It's because Uma's wearing her smuggler's trench coat, and he just kind of like looks at Uma, opens your coat a little, and just drops the credit sticks in your jacket. And he's like, "Deal," and gives you the drunken thumbs up.
Yeah, thanks. Now, where's this commander?
Well, he's out winning the war.
I'm gonna need you to be a little more specific, Shokoku.
Did you say he was near Talaran village?
And I did no, the captain who disappeared. It was. Now there's a corporal that's in charge.
Yeah.
Who's
So
new commander?
we're talking about where the captain was last seen.
He was last seen in the village in Talaran village.
Where we landed.
No. You landed
Just
in
the village we landed in.
We landed to the north of here. Talaran is to the northeast of here.
Yeah.
And then Ordum is to the northwest of here.
So I'm looking to whip up the map for y'all. As slowly the map fades into view. And did I pick the right map?
Yep.
I did pick. So you guys are here at the fort.
Okay, so this is the village that we landed in.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
the village that's
Okay.
got the black market.
This is where we are, and this is where the captain went missing,
Right.
and now
and then
the corporal
the
is the
gun
new.
that's not working.
Yep, that red mark is the defense gun.
And then-
If you guys disable that, this one should be no problem to get to. You just have to climb a mountain with possible snipers
Yes.
in the area.
Just climb a mountain.
And we know that General Nors and his girlfriend are going to be
Is
either
known-
at Alaran or at Ordum.
Yeah.
And remember that over here, you guys do have those cool little boats. If you want to
Yes,
take
we
the
do.
one-man submersibles.
Yep.
Yep, that would be a good way for us to get into Ordum because I think he
Without-
too is going to be going by boat.
Yeah.
And he's just like, so, Shioku, go get the colonel, and his henchman like lets go of his blaster pistol and vibro knife, and he basically starts skulking. He's like, "Are you sure you're gonna be safe with these guys?" He's like, "These are my business partners. That practically makes them family, and we still have to have our family dinner. More food to eat. We have more food coming out of the kitchen." Sit, take a seat while we have time to wait for the colonel. He won't prioritize coming down here. So at least sit and eat some of this food before some barbarians come and steal what's left of it.
Are you sure you're not trying to put us to sleep with the food?
Yeah. I'm like,
You want to verify those cred sticks?
Yeah, Janong, would you?
Yep.
I hand the sticks to Janong to.
So Mr. Spear Dude leaves.
Yep.
Which way does he go out? Out the back or?
He seems to be going out the pretty much the same way you guys came in.
Okay.
And yes, he looks very familiar, like someone was told you about.
All right. And the guy here that we've been talking to, that's
Shikoku.
yeah.
Nope, Shikoku was the guy that walked out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because I say, because you said Varric and Jonah worked for Shikoku.
Uh-huh.
Varric and Jonah did work for Shikoku.
Shikoku's
So then who's this guy?
This is Varys. He's the boss. Shikoku's his right-hand man.
Okay, who works for Varys?
Everyone technically works for Varys. Henceforth, as you're getting the idea that he was selling guns to the base, as well as possibly selling guns to the Separatists. Possibly, he was going to sell half the guns you were bringing to the douchebag general of the Separatists.
Okay.
Varys is the big boss, and we had Varric, who was the shady mustache guy at the top. Jonah was the kid that was assisting Varric.
Exactly.
And Shikoku is the right-hand man to Varys.
Okay, all right.
And yes, your slicer verifies that the cred sticks are 1,000 credits of Republic origin, so you know that they're cash money right there in your pocket.
Okay. It's not enough, but...
And he's like, eat, and we'll basically do screen swipe as you guys get to enjoy the food if you want, because it's amazingly fragrant smelling food. You guys, it would cost more than 1,000 credits to have this dinner that he's got waylaid out there.
Yeah.
Small sampling wouldn't hurt.
So since he's like incredibly drunk and not really paying attention anyway, when he's distracted, I will very quietly mention to the captain that, when we meet with the general, not general,
Colonel?
Colonel, it would be advised that we have, at this point, only received a third of the payment for the one of 3 crates that we provided.
Actually, we received, a third. He's definitely got to make up the rest of it because we need to come out with 4,000 credits for this.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've received 2,000 credits worth, but we don't have to tell them.
We received 1,000 credits.
We received
Till that
1,330
till
credits.
that Carillion brandy is sold. It's not,
Yeah.
I'm not counting it.
It never hurts a smuggling ship to have 4 crates of Corellian whiskey to bribe things.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You just leave that 1 crate on the loading dock for the customs inspector. Oh, sir, you forgot to pick up your crate. Okay, so about a good 2 hours later, Shikoku,
Actually, at some point, possible to go ahead and load the crates onto the truck.
and he's like, yeah, I got my blaster pistols, my beautiful blaster pistols, and he like gets on the crate and gets all weepy on the rifles. He's like, this was going to be a big score since the Republic was paying top dollar for any weapons to reinforce the National Guard. I could have made real good money on this. I mean, at least this 1 crate will recoup all the cost of getting you planet side to deliver the whole order. And he just like weeps and looks at you guys like,
The more he keeps talking, the more I'm going to get cranky with him. It's like, oh, this 1 crate's going to recoup all of that. Then I know you're undercharge. You're
underpaying.
Yeah.
Okay, so Schick Dawes comes back. With him he's got the colonel, this snooty looking Republic officer. His uniform is immaculate. He's got the blaster pistol on his hip. He's got 2 like privates coming with him with blaster rifles slung on their shoulders. Proper crisp steps. And they come in the room, and immediately he's like, "And why am I here? I run this fort. I am not to be beckoned and called by the local tavern owner." and you just see, your host here sit down in the chair with like a plate of a little everything, and he just waves a chicken bone looking bone in his hand like, "Your Eminence."
Oh. It's like, well, we may have something that we have something that you asked for, requisitioned. You probably wouldn't want to do this out in the open now, would you?
And he looks back and he's like, "Speak clearly and concisely. Twi'lek, what is it you need me here for?" And the way he says Twi'lek, you're like, "Excuse me?"
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. We brought the crates of merchandise you've requested, and you need to pay for the other 2. We have them in a secure location.
And
we require
payment for delivery.
Yes. For delivery.
And he, of course, immediately looks at your host, who's like literally holding his plate to his face like a little kid eating. And the guy, and he lifts his eyes at the corporal, and he just kind of like nods as he's eating. That yes, that crate. And he immediately snaps his fingers, and one of the privates leans forward. He whispers to the private. Private kind of whispers back. You get the idea that he's basically saying, "You guys are the group that just came into town not too long ago."
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "So you are the gun smugglers, delivering this criminal's weapons to my troops?"
Well, if you don't want them, we can find some other buyer.
And as soon as you say that, he kind of puts his hand to his belt, saying, "Selling weapons to separatists uprising on the planet is a Republic crime."
I didn't say I was going to sell it to them. Look, I'm a businesswoman. You requested these, I request payment. It's as simple as that.
And his eyes like definitely square up on you because he doesn't like the cut of your jib. Think of him as every angry British officer ever in every pirate movie. Your kind may be a necessity in the galaxy in this day and age, but I don't appreciate your tone.
Likewise.
If you were a reputable dealer bringing Republic supplies in, you would have been at our starport and safely landed before things escalated out there.
And a reputable dealer wouldn't be caught dead here, first of all, nor would they be able to even get here. Not only have we done your whole Republic army a major favor, you can check. Okay, we're the ones that freed the outer gates of the village.
Dreliad village.
Yeah, Dreliad village. So we've only been helping you, and you've only been rude.
So, go ahead first.
He kind of like, when you mentioned Dreliad village, his eyes kind of like level on you, like he's definitely sorting you out. And he kind of leans back to one of the privates and starts to whisper something. And let me roll to see how stealthy he is in whispering that whisper. Because, it's a whisper. Who's got the best perception of the group?
Let's see.
Gosh.
Let me look.
I've got 1 yellow and 2 greens in perception.
2 yellows and 1 green.
1 yellow, 1 green.
Yeah, 1 yellow, 1 green.
So that would be Alina.
Yep. So, let's see what the dice say. Oh, successful. So he mumbles something, and for that threat, you're gonna see that. Apparently I clicked it twice. So for that 2 threat, you see him sweating. He's gonna have a black dice at whatever he does next because he's kind of stressed in the situation. And the private he talks to pretty much turns about. You get this crisp heel snap, and he walks away at like full British cadence march.
Before he actually gets out of here, I want to actually try to influence the general and say, General, look, I think we got off on the wrong foot here. How about we just work on us giving you the goods you wanted, you giving us payment so that we can just get to the matter of looking for your missing captain.
And his eyes kind of soften when you say looking for the missing captain. As he kind of like relaxes when the Jedi says this in the nice, friendly way, and you're using your influence power.
Yep.
And what does that entitle?
So, I just switched my page here, but then...
I totally waited for you to switch. It's all in the good timing.
Influence. The character may attempt to guide, shape, and even twist the thoughts and feelings of others. It's a light dark side roll, and depending on the outcome determines how I can shape his thoughts. If it's dark side, I have to go more toward the negative and make him fearful for his missing captain. If it's light side, I have to make him more agreeable and friendly towards us. If it's if I could use it either way, if I wanted to just make it if I wanted to stress his mind, but I don't want to do that. So
okay, so go ahead and roll a force dice.
Let's see if this is actually going to do it for me. Nope. Okay, so I need to set the one at top first. And where did that power go? Influence. Oh, negative. So like I said,
you can choose to use the dark side.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the dark side and basically try try to convince him that if he doesn't move this along quickly, his captain could be getting tortured, revealing the secrets to how to get into this base, and next thing he knows, it's going to be overrun with separatists.
Ooh, brace the fear. So do me a favor, take 2 strain and click a light side point to use that dark side, as you basically are giving into the darker part of your soul. So you basically are giving him the skinny that, hey, if the bad guys have him, you know, this is what's going to do. This is what's going to happen.
And you said I need to use that one light side point that's there?
Yep.
Uh-huh. You have to flip a light side to use a dark dot.
Okay.
Yay! Back in my corner. That means I have to start using stuff on you. So immediately you guys see his hands trembling. Like his hands were open before and not like clenched, but then he like tries to clench his hands to hide that he's shaking when you're mentioning this. And you can tell that he is absolutely stressing out that, and he just stops looking at Uma with daggers in his eyes and instead looks over at Alina.
So
I need to step away.
Why don't you call back your private before it goes off too far?
And he just like, you know, and he yells back, and you hear like right here at the door was about to open, and you hear the whooshing sound as he calls his private back. Do we all want to take a quick 5-minute break?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Sure.
It's a good place for it. Kelly picked a good spot. Everybody go grab a drink if you need it, or whatever else you need.
Break.
Break time.
Okay, I'm back. What is that odd noise?
I'm guessing a bird.
Yeah, it sounded kind of like a bird.
I mean,
What is wrong with you guys? You're hearing birds?
Well, we heard a weird noise. And we were wondering what it was.
What's that?
Wasn't on this side.
Did you hear bird noises?
Yeah, well, it sounded like a bird.
Yep, it was a bird.
Huh. What kind of bird?
A sun conure.
I'm not familiar with that.
Member of the parrot family, a little bit larger than a budgie, a little bit smaller than an African gray, and picture a mango.
Ah, okay.
They're bright yellow and orange with green tail, black beak, and she's absolutely adorable.
Beautiful coloring.
Yep.
What is her name?
Her name is Sunny.
Sunny.
Very original, I know. But so the reason I named her Sunny was because when I first got her, she was only 10 weeks old and had not been sexed yet. So
Ah,
I did not know if she was a boy or a girl, and it was going to take 6 weeks to find out. So I decided to go with Sunny because that's gender.
non-gender. Yeah,
I
because
said,
it could be Sonny or Sunny.
yep,
Huh.
exactly. So,
So how long do they live?
25 to 35 years in captivity. So a pretty decent lifespan.
Hmm.
My favorite bird of all time, which I would never own because it's like a used car, about $10,000. The
Ooh.
hyacinth macaw. It's the largest member of the parrot family. That's another reason I wouldn't own it. Just don't have the room for it. Has a lifespan of 110 years.
Wow.
And in
Yeah.
order to get one, you actually have to be able to prove that when you die, because the bird is going to outlive you, someone is going to be able to take care of it for you.
Yeah, actually, one of my old boyfriends, his roommate had one, and yeah, he had a will and everything
Yeah.
drawn up for it. Big bird.
Yep, over 3 foot wingspan.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, 3 foot? Yeah, that's about right, I think. I had to think about that for a minute. That's about right. It might be a 5 foot wingspan. I need to look it up now.
I don't know. I never saw him like fully, expand his wings, but he was big. He was beautiful. He'll be a little cranky sometimes.
Yeah, the length of the bird by itself is 3.3 feet roughly. So from tip of the tail to the top of the head. Each. Okay, so the wingspan is also about 3 feet. And they are beautiful. And they're also endangered.
Mm.
So the other kind of bird I wouldn't mind owning, which would be even more expensive, would be the blue mutation of a Indian ringneck, another member of the parrot family, and also very, very pretty birds. But I don't have $20,000 laying around to buy a bird.
Yeah, no.
Yep. Way too much money for a pet.
Yep.
Yep.
If it's enough for a car, it's too much for a pet.
Right.
That's also not true because, like, some people have spent small vehicles amount on their pets.
True.
This is true.
People have, just not rational people.
Right. Yeah, love my pets, but there's a limit.
Okay, so before I had to leave, you were putting the force whammy on
On the general.
the colonel.
Colonel, yeah. So I basically got him to call back his private because I had a sneaking suspicion the private was going to go off and try to break into our ship.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you did just tell him where the ship was.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Yeah, I caught that very quickly. That's why I had to step in there.
He's a republic. He wouldn't do anything wrong or illegal.
yeah.
We're merely requisitioning it for the force. It's conscripting it.
Hmm.
Wartime effort. You're a patriot for giving it. Okay? So he basically, since you're saying you're going to go running off to Talaran village to look for the general. Look for the captain. He gives you he like rubs his chin and gives you this look like you obviously are the one in charge.
Wow.
Because you're clean cut and only slightly ion burned everywhere. And says,
Just a little singed.
so is it true that you're going to Talaran village to look for the captain?
Yes.
Well, we have to go there anyway.
And he gives you this look up and down like, why?
Because right now it's under separatist control and we're not getting off this planet until those cannons are turned off.
And when you say it like that, he kind of beams a little smile at you like, you are the one in charge, obviously. And he steps right past Uma to get right next to you to say, so you are a true and valid supporter of the Republic, unlike your scummy friends.
Watch it.
If it is in fact true that you're going into Talaran village, I can give you. And he kind of like looks around like he doesn't want to be overheard by your patron in the corner there who's eating away, listening intently. The Republic forces weren't. The captain wasn't just going down there to suppress the separatists. He was also attempting to secure a weapons cache that was located down at the village.
And we fear that since the captain hasn't checked in, that he may have lost control of it, or what is the situation down there?
That he had the access codes to access the cache, but if you can either return his access codes, which would be you guys mostly know it would be on his lapel, his little rank badge, that would be his credentials. Or if you can return with the captain himself, I can see fit to pay double what this scoundrel was paying you for your weapons.
You owe us 4,000 credits.
Is that the number you throw out?
Yes.
He was saying, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, you already threw it out, but yeah, sure.
Oh,
And so here's how we all get killed because both parties can hear us.
Yeah. So you're basically throwing a deception out there. You don't want to throw a negotiation to try to up the negotiation.
Well, that was the negotiation. But
that was more deception than negotiation. But you can try to negotiate.
Let me see which one's better. They're both the same. I'll do deception.
Just because I have 5 dark side points and I have to use one. So ready when you are.
Have to use one.
Are you fucking kidding me?
But she does get, so I'm standing behind her, so using Loom, she does get an advantage.
So because you have your shadow looming over you, how would you like to spend that one advantage?
Thanks, Coach.
I'll give it to the Jedi.
What?
He already doesn't like me and doesn't trust me.
So I will.
You're going to jail.
When he immediately.
Actually, I didn't lie. In all
Cool.
honesty, we were owed 4,000 credits for these.
And you were
I'm just
paid
saying.
2,000 already.
He doesn't have to know that.
Yeah,
So
well,
you
We're
were
all
trying,
in the same room.
and he just said he'd pay you double. So you were basically asking for 8,000 credits.
Yeah, but he was saying that he was only going to give us.
So since he's now giving her Uma dirty looks,
It's
I'm
probably
gonna
more
say
than dirty
so.
looks there. That's 2 despairs.
He didn't like me from moment one.
So
I'm gonna quickly say to him, Colonel, what my associate means is if we retrieve the captain, you will owe us 4,000 credits on top of the 1,000 in additional goods that is still owed to us.
So first thing that's going to happen is you're saying that to the captain, and the captain's like he's infuriated that he's being shook down at the moment. But the first despair, since we did get double despairs,
Yeah.
is the enforcer guy Shiku Dax. Somebody might recognize that name. Is immediately drawing his blaster pistol out and shooting Uma for being a thieving je sais quoi as he pulls the trigger. And just, rude things come out of his mouth. A very derogatory term. As he's very, very derogatory. Basically, he thinks you're cutting him out of the deal completely, so he's losing his cut for a lot.
No.
Wow.
Well, he is drunk.
And apparently, when he discharges his firearm, he fans the hammer with this blaster, like lighting up the room. And obviously, he's had way too many drinks, even though he's been all stoic and quiet and shit. And just like blaster bolts bouncing everywhere in this dance area. Because yes, it's a dome roof because this is the dance floor. So blaster bolts ripping through velvet curtains, knocking into supplies, breaking bottles. Thankfully, you guys have already put your bottles away. And he is just pissed and he's literally doing the gangster style sideways, pew, pew, pewing at you and missing insanely badly until you all see his blaster pack go. Don't handle a firearm when you're really drunk.
Right.
Especially when the DM had a bunch of bad dice that he shouldn't have had on there.
Right.
But the roll was that bad, I have to do that. And this guy's giving Uma the look like he's going to have you in binders any second.
The colonel, you mean?
The colonel. He's looking at Uma like he's going to have her arrested, drawn out, and put on the post outside.
Yeah, and that's where I'm going to come in with my line of Captain, Colonel, not to be misunderstood. You'll owe us
Well,
4,000 in credits.
well, before there's conversation going on,
retrieve the
I'm
captain.
on this fucker.
Are you now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's Chikoku, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And I'm like grabbing and shoving him back.
Where's the colonel?
Oh, Colonel?
He's sir not
Yeah,
appearing.
you don't have any of those. Yeah.
Sir not appearing in this film.
He's like right over here next to the Jedi because he likes the Jedi. Who he doesn't know is a Jedi. But you're human and you talk with respect and you say smart things.
Right. So yeah, that's. I'm going to say to him just flat out that Captain. I think what's being misunderstood here is if we retrieve the captain successfully, you will owe us 4,000 credits, as well as the remaining goods for the remaining weapons.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a leadership, coercion, or charm.
Jesus, they all suck.
Or even a discipline if you're doing the whole Mr. Miyagi angle.
Sure, I'll do a discipline roll.
Discipline?
Yep. This is not my strong suit.
Okay, as you're basically trying to talk him down to, whoa, you misunderstood heard what you heard. Obviously, you didn't see her Leku twitching when she was joking.
Are you ready for me to roll?
Yep.
Holy hell.
So
Success, but threat up the wazoo.
So, Zarek, go ahead and take your shot after him, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
As this is happening simultaneously, our Jedi's like, now let's be reasonable. As our gank is ripping this guy a new one.
Yeah, no, I'm like grabbing him at the collar and popping him in the face. So, all right, let's see what we got here.
Hold on, don't roll yet. Don't roll.
That's good, because I had a modification there.
Okay, you're using one of those light sides?
I am.
Okay, I got it in there for you.
All right. Oh, that's the one that was damaged. Yeah. Let me roll the one that's not damaged. There we go.
And you just wallop him with your repulsor fist, the one that still works nicely.
Yep.
So,
8, 9, 10.
So he's not down for the count, but you did sock him in the solar plexus pretty damn good. And he might be going for that vibro knife in a second. I could just see the look on Janog's face as you're starting this fight right next to him.
Well,
I'm over there trying to keep the colonel calm. Look,
I don't remember if you fixed it. I don't think I upgraded or updated the fix on there, but I do remember you worked on it. I just didn't update it.
Okay, so if you guys want to roll initiative, you can.
Well, I definitely am because I'm engaged. So.
And you're motivated
and
to go after
he
this guy.
he does need to make his fear check, by the way.
Oh.
Because now we are engaged. So, intimidating, number of strain up to ranks. Nope, that's not the one. Fearsome. When an enemy becomes engaged, character may force the enemy to make a fear check with a difficulty equal to ranks in fearsome, which is only 1.
So one
upgrade
purple?
That again. Yep.
So you're only a mildly scary murder machine.
Yeah, I don't think I get it again though. I think it only gives you 1.
Well, I know if you go total dark side, you can get a lot. Like aggressor and things like that for fearsome. So here comes his fear check.
And he succeeds.
As he's just like, you're scary, but you're not that scary.
But he takes the strain, right?
Yep. And needless to say, he was not prepared.
And that damage with the repulsor, I'm doing strain damage or stun damage, so sunsetting.
Anyone else wanting to dogpile on him, or are you guys just good back watching Zarek do his thing?
Yeah, I'm staying engaged with the colonel. If anything, I'm going to try to move to a defensive position, or I should say, like a protective position of the colonel. That should win me some favor with him.
I'll stay. I mean, it's just the two of them combating right now.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
After he tried to shoot you, Uma.
Yeah, I know. I have my blaster pulled, but I'm not gonna fire unless he hurts Zarek.
Aww. Even after he said dirty things about you.
Did I understand them?
Oh yeah, it's basically it's the B and the C word in one.
Oh.
I was just being nice and using alien language for that. It's like Farscape or Battlestar Galactica.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll my vigilance, but I'm really holding action.
As your vigilance comes out way better than everyone else's roll so far. So who's gonna take that? I have
Zarek
no idea
will.
why I did that. So Zarek, you go for it.
All right. So I will repulsor fist him again with the other fist. So, because I do recall him in the truck fixing it. I just didn't fix it. I didn't fix it on the sheet because I actually changed it so I knew that one was down. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna repulsor fist him another time here.
So you're like that guy from Overwatch with the cyber fists.
Yeah, stun setting.
Okay.
Again, so subdue damage. All right, we got everything set.
Nope. You want to aim? You are there.
Yeah.
Gotta give you some light side points.
Sure.
Okay,
sure.
we're good to go.
All right.
Despair.
Oh no! God damn.
Shit.
But
so
lots of advantage.
Yeah. So I'll take for 3 of those advantages. You take him and you knock him down.
Okay.
And when you do, for that despair, he kind of like stumbles backwards. And with your disorient, your concussive, because these fists, they make horrible concussions when you hit.
Yeah.
And he kind of falls back, staggered. He staggers, crawls, and falls like right into the fryer.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Whoopsie.
In a way that you didn't lethally attack him, but he fell into something that did lethal damage to him. Now, if you want, you could pull him out of the fryer before it kills him, or you could just let him steep in it.
No. Well, pull him out.
Okay. So, needless to say, by the way, the base commander's like shocked at what he's watching happen. He's like, "Oh my God, you are murderers, pirates!" And I'm assuming our resident Jedi is having to do pacifying pats on his shoulder.
He shot us first.
Yep.
As he's like, "I think I've seen enough, and I agree to the 4,000 credits for the rest of the weapons and the badge of the captain if you can't bring him back alive."
And 1,000 worth of tradable goods. That's what I originally said.
Well, that's the deal with the other guys, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's what the Jedi is trying to add in there.
Nah, I don't have to add that in there. We can go with 4,000 credits. If that's what he shot back, I'll accept it. All right.
Okay.
And I will start hurrying him towards the door. Let's get you out of here before you accidentally get shot.
In the most politest, nicest way.
Yep.
And if you try this door, by the way, you discover that this door is locked.
Yeah, no, I'll go back by Zarek and lead him through the door that we've been using.
Zarek is pulling the guy's face out of the cooking utensil that like blast burned half of his face. So Zarek may have an enemy for life.
No.
He wasn't going to like me anyways.
I saved your life. You owe a life debt.
So
they will now call him Cooked Daz.
Yeah. So, and I basically lean forward into him and go, "This is only the start. If you don't pay your other debt, I'm here giving you a message for other collectors, and you will not come out of the vat next time."
Now, do you whisper this politely, discreetly to him, or loudly?
Oh yeah, just to him.
Okay.
No. I lean forward into his burnt face,
into the uncooked ear,
and whisper that to him.
And his one eye kind of gets really big and buggy when you say that, realizing that you sly dog, you were here for something else.
Oh, so this was the guy that you had
Maybe.
Oh. Intriguing.
I was waiting for other business to be concluded before I took care of what I needed to.
Oh, wow.
Not that happy coincidences are a bad thing.
So he seems to get the clue.
He seems to have gotten the message as well as blip. Oh, that's not bad at all. He's merely off balance from being fried in the cooker. See, take note, guys. That's what you roll if you have a crit. You roll low.
Right?
You don't roll 98.
But I mean,
Then you can't learn the medicine check rolls.
right?
So
Exactly.
as our Jedi, as Alina, marches the current commander of the base out the door, giving the whole hi ho, it's off to work we all go speech of we got this, don't worry, we got this. They may seem rough, but they come through in a pinch.
Right, exactly.
As he basically gives you a little plastic sheet card, his business card, that if you show this to any of the guards, they will let you come and go without being hindered.
Perfect.
In the meantime, please deal with this quickly because we're afraid that if the Separatists are unable to take the fort, their fleet may orbially bombard the area, or if the Armada captain believes that the Separatists can't be stopped, he may shoot from orbit. And there are many innocent civilians still all around here that should not be killed because of something
like
that's
us.
beyond their control.
So as I'm pushing him out the door in a very, very gentle and loving manner, I'll ask, I will ask him, Colonel, one last thing. I have heard that there is possible Sith involvement in this uprising. Do you have any information that you could share with me?
And he immediately looks at you like, Sith on Ord Mantell? What will we do? If only the Jedi weren't hiding off on that planet and could help us.
I was going to say, at this point, I will also pull back my robe a little bit and show him my lightsaber.
Oh,
Now we're brandishing. Great.
As you kind of covertly show off your lightsaber, his eyes kind of get big silver dollars as he immediately turns and stops you to look you straight in the eyes. He says, "Is it true? Are they rejoining the fight?"
I hope not, but that's what I'm here to find out.
Well, he's implying the Jedi, since the Jedi are hiding off on one of their planets per the agreement with the Sith Empire to keep open war from happening. As he's like, the look of hope suddenly wells up in his eyes as he looks at you.
I will tell him that I'm here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna whisper under my breath. Yeah, what if I was a Jedi? Huh? Bet you'd still be a dick to me.
I will tell him I'm here unofficially and give him a wink.
and he kind of walks to the door and kind of gives you a nice curt bow and he says, "May the Force be with you."
And also with you.
And his chest is all pumped up and he's like, "Quickly!"
I'm insulting him in Lakeese.
There's two little middle fingers coming up on her Laku.
F you, buddy.
As he immediately is taking his little attaches and running off to the front line to say, hey, we need some cover fire and give that vehicle a quick once over and prep it in case they need to use it.
And secretly, he can't wait to say, "I met a Jedi."
Right.
He's gonna totally fanboy on you.
Would you like to go to the officers' club later? Will you pose with your lightsaber for holo selfies?
Nope, I'm not here.
Okay, so you guys basically, your patron there, he's just gives you golf clap, Uma, of just the job well done at shaking the Republic down for extra credits. As he's sobbing into a new bottle of booze that he's opening up, including grabbing one of those shot bottles and kind of pulling the glass out of the bottle and pouring the liquor into another cup.
Captain, apologies for.
Is
having to
Shikoku
step
still
in
there, or did he run off?
He's on the floor, horribly burned and strained to death, pretty much. So he's pretty
Right.
much he needs emergency medical attention eventually, but he's
Yeah.
not in danger of dying since someone.
And of course, I still have my blaster out. I'm gonna put it to his face. It's like, next time, keep it in your pants, asshole.
Do you smush your barrel into the burnt side of his face so some skin peels
No,
off?
that would be really mean. It's just kind of in his face.
Okay. Because you're all hardcore gangster like that.
No, I just really am pissed at him.
And his eyes just kind
He
of like
tried to
roll
kill
back.
me.
Well, you were trying to shake down their business partner-ish of sorts.
Of sorts.
Oh, like he doesn't work for an underworld criminal.
Well, he just took offense to you shaking them down and then boosting your profit margin right in front of them in the
Hey.
same room, to quote
I am
earlier.
already owed for hazard pay, so that was already discussed.
So the other guy's just sitting there getting drunk, huh?
Yep. At this point, he's just given up. And he's just like, whatever's gonna fucking happen is gonna fucking happen. This world has gone to crap. This job has gone to crap. I am just going to gorge myself until I have a cornea, or a medical droid finds me and says I have lost the will to live.
Medical diagnosis.
We have an A91, lost the will to live.
Fuck it all.
Code despair, code despair. They've lost the will to live.
So, do we have any other business in the fort, or should we start heading to?
No, probably head out. Do we want to take our 4 crates with us?
Yep.
So you've,
just have to.
Yes, we do.
So you've got your 4 crates of booze. So I am assuming you're putting them in the hover truck.
Yeah. Carefully tucking them in safely behind some stuff so that, hopefully they don't get damaged.
So nobody who's driving rolls a despair and shatters a crate.
Exactly.
Tooth red as a bottle. You keep hearing shattering sounds. So are you guys going to take the hover truck to the village? Or are you heading back to the spaceport?
Can you pull up the map for us real quick?
Sure. So
Global
you can gauge your plans.
Yep. Talaran isn't really on the coast, is it?
No. But what we could do is go to
this-
Talaran first on our way back to Drilliad to pick up the...
It does have this little coastal area here. You could come up that way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but we could just take it to here, the vehicle to here, and then go back to the village here after we finish there, and then take the boats around.
I was going to say the opposite, because we risk, if we take the truck with our Corellian alcohol over here, we
Good
risk it
point.
getting stolen, we risk it getting damaged in a fight, because this is still separatist controlled. We would be better off dropping off the truck, loading up, leaving the guns in the ship, taking the boats down to Talaran, and then coming back to get the guns to bring back to the base.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
And as we're making our way to Dreliad, I'm going to basically say to Captain,
We're informal. You don't have to call me Captain.
Uma, if there is a Sith presence involved in this separatist uprising, you do realize that as a Jedi, I am going to have to uncover it.
Alina, you're part of this crew. We got your back.
Thanks, Captain.
Thanks. But if there's a Sith presence, I might be running to the ship and starting the engine. Just letting you know.
Yeah. We'll have your back. We'll be ready to go as soon as you're done.
We'll have your back. Just look to the horizon, and that's where we'll be.
Just tell me where to pick you up, right?
Right.
Okay.
We've got your back. You're way, 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 way back.
Oh, did you
That
mean
way.
right now? Right now?
That way
Oh no,
when
I'm
we-
busy now.
we're behind you all the way. That way, when we turn around and run, we're in front.
So you guys are driving the truck back to the spaceship. Your
Yep.
shuttle.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Go
Okay.
drive
We're
it back.
bringing the
Drop off.
droid with us.
So Uma, give me a pilot planetary roll. As by the way, you have a squad of rebel troops that are jogging alongside of you. That basically are taking, that great little choke point the separatists had before you wiped them all out, where you got the vehicle. They're
Mhm.
gonna
Hold it.
hunker
Why is there a?
because I wasn't ready yet. I was giving flavor
Oh.
text.
You got to give them a second, man. Got to confirm.
Yeah, she's like, roll.
Okay, try it now. As you guys are heading, they're basically splitting off in pairs and bunkering down at different spots, so that way, they're all set up to defend you guys if you're coming back this direction with the crates, which is what they assume. They don't know you guys are having other plans.
Nice.
So, but at the very least, these guys are locking down the road to keep it safe and controlled. However, what
That's
happens
good.
on this side of the road, who knows what's going on over there? Probably the
Right.
same thing y'all ran into over here, which is why the bad guys were trying to cut off the road. Because as you can see, there's only certain mountain passes that you can get through.
Well, exactly. Yeah, we got to come all the way back and then over.
So I would say there's no reason we have to keep the troops in the dark. We'll just flat out tell them that they need to hold this road because we are dropping off our supplies, and then we are running a mission for the Colonel at Talaran Village. So their objective is to hold this road until our other business is finished.
Yeah.
And hold the tower as well,
Yep.
or the gun placement.
Mhm.
And immediately when you come out and, Alina gives that little open info to these guys, one of the guys immediately comes out and kind of offers his hand to shake your guys' hand for bringing weapons for them. And, if you can, my daughter and my sister are still trapped somewhere in Teleran Village.
Hmm.
If you could make sure to sneak them out with you, or make sure they're at least not hurt. If my sister had a chance, she'd have her children and my daughter hiding in their basement. It's the purple shelter. You won't miss
Purple
it
shelter.
because the children have put their handprints and paint all over the outside of it.
Oh,
That makes complete sense.
I would
yeah.
consider it a personal favor if you could check in on them.
Do our best.
Really,
Thumbs up.
Jim?
We'll do our
Emotional
best.
terrorism.
just blackmail the
We'll do our second
Jedi.
best. That way we leave for improvement. Wait, what's that about the Jedi?
Of course, if we take the boats, then we have no way to transport anybody that we need to or might need to.
You may be able to steal a vehicle. That's always an option.
Yeah, that's
You are
true.
a bunch of smugglers. Grand Theft Auto that shit.
They can ski off the back.
Whee!
And then
I
do
just-
it again.
Plus, the droid can't go with, so.
Okay, so you could leave the droid to defend the ship. I mean, that is a
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, I was thinking doing that because we've got a lot of assets now in the ship.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Have-
I mean, I could see leaving a heavy hitter like that there.
I'm all for that. I mean, you locked it down, but definitely
Yeah.
having in a little extra
Not to mention-
added.
Well, preventing or slowing them down from even attempting to
Right.
slice in's good, yeah.
Adding
Not
a
to
little
mention,
Ed 209 to it.
Yep.
Couldn't Janong also have it radio us if the ship is being attacked?
It could totally do that if someone wasn't jamming the radios.
Yeah, I was going to say, the freaks are all being farted on.
It would love to radio you, but all it hears is when it turns on the radio frequencies.
Oh well.
Short range comms only.
Yep. All right. So yeah, we'll go down, lock everything up, secure, and I guess so. We're gonna do the boat thing down over to here.
Okay. So those guards, they all kind of give you
Or-
guys like a half National Guard salute as you guys come up because they immediately recognize y'all in the vehicle, and they're just like, "What did the base commander say?"
Hell, dweeb.
We've brought some reinforcements to help hold the road between Fort Garrick and Drilliad Village, and we are on business for the colonel right now.
And they're just like saluting you and saying, "Okay," and they're like, "Wait a minute, doesn't that droid look like one of ours? Only it's been graffitied." As
Sorry. Leave it alone, boys.
don't look too hard. Don't look too hard. You hurt your eyes.
No touchy.
Okay.
Hands off the merchandise.
So you guys get in the little personal boats. There conveniently was enough for each of you guys, plus one spare. So as you guys go puddling off in these little puddle skippers, each of you give me a pilot planetary.
Oh boy, here we all die.
Say when ready.
I'm ready if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I just gotta find it. Let's see.
Wait, I had disregard that.
The dark
I
side.
did very well.
As Uma goes
course, it is
showing
my
off,
bread and
jumping off. Janag, of course, is having difficulties mashing into rocks on the way out. There might be a slow leak on his. You're not quite sure.
Hey, for my one advantage, can I grab a strain back?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So if you guys want, you can roll your cool to get back strain as well, by the way.
Yeah, we're good. So
for the Janag's 3 threat there, and for Zarek's 3 threat, I think that's exactly what happened. You guys hit the rocks, and your skimmers have slow leaks, so by the time you get to where you're going, they will probably be mostly water on the inside, and you're just kind of like sticking your head up to suck air as you're slowly sinking, going as fast as you can.
yeah, slowly
This is why I
bail.
like computers. This is why I like computers.
Poor Janog's using his data pad to bail water out.
No.
So you guys are looking to get to the beach area over here, I take it?
Yeah, looks
Yep.
like there.
Okay. As my
They
ping will
probably-
eventually pop up on the screen.
Yeah, I'm not seeing yours, but yeah, there it goes. Yeah,
Yep.
so they shouldn't probably expect us coming up the back road there.
I mean, hey,
I'm
that
guessing.
should be their escape path, if anything. So you
Right.
guys basically, you bring your skimmers and you slide up on the sand. Are you waiting for any particular time of day to make your beachfront landing?
What time of day was it when we finished unloading the supplies?
It would have been after dark.
Oh, after dark's a good time to go into.
Yeah, that'd
Okay.
make
That's
good
probably
reason why we hit rocks.
Zarek and Janag just went, and you hear these horrible scraping sounds. Like, oh, that's not good. Okay, so it's like, you by the time you get around the beach, it's like a good, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's that beautiful nighttime that you hit the beach. The water's a little cold, but you guys are ready for action. Are you hiding your skimmers, or are you just leaving them out on the beach?
I say we'll do a cursory hide.
The two skimmers.
Mine's hiding under the water.
Yeah,
Yours
ours
did
are-
really well.
ours are beached under the water.
You're doing the Navy SEAL thing. You're sinking it just under the water for a reason.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Okay, so I just put some notes in there so we have that for next time, because that's probably a good place to wrap it up there.
That does seem like a good place.
So
Unless you just want to show us the map quickly.
Wow, 2 sunk and useless. Why do you got to add that? What?
and useless. I want to make sure you don't think they're sunk and usable.
Hey, well, I mean, depends on mechanics roll, right?
Yeah, as long as good mechanic.
Problem with doing the mechanics underwater.
Oh.
Well, we can pull them ashore.
We can pull a Dagobah and have Alina raise them from the water.
Exactly right. Well, it's a beach. We can just pull them out of the water onto the beach to repair them.
That's all right.
They're sunk.
It makes more adventuresome because now your retreat is kind of cut off. I mean, it's kind of more difficult, or it's kind of cut off. You don't know exactly which.
If I remember correctly, you said we could fit one passenger on each of those skimmers.
Yes, I did.
The 4 of us could still get out of here.
Yep.
If we find Captain Talleyrand alive, we just need to kill him and take his dog tags. And we will conveniently say that we couldn't reach the sister and her daughters from the purple shelter.
Wow.
Sorry, man. We got there and they were only.
How many dark side points did you roll today?
Hey, this is meta Gunter speaking. This is not only.
We got there, and I'm sorry, they were just burnt husks. Only stormtroopers have that kind of accuracy.
All right. It's late. I'm gonna say goodnight.
Okay, it's a good place to wrap up there, and you guys all get 10 experience.
Oh, let me update that first.
And we're gonna say 15, since technically you guys accomplished some good stuff. Like the gun deal was technically taken care of. Technically, just that you guys are holding, and that you completed yours quite well. By the way, I mean the dice apparently fell in love with you on that one, and just made it happen as you being a hero and conveniently beating the guy up.
Yeah.
So a total of 15 experience or a total of 25?
A total of 15.
Okay, perfect.
So in theory, the Jedi could buy the move power and pull a Dagobah. I'm just saying.
I already have the move power.
Well, upgrading it to the point where you could use it on a silhouette 2 or 3 object.
I think I have more important things I want to spend it on for right now, though.
All right. Good night, all.
All right.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Latest.
And good night, gang.
Later, man.
Later.
So I can. You're still here though, right, Dave?
I was gonna say I'm here too.
Oh. So I can put a hard point on your repulsor fist. We just have to figure out what we want to attach to the hard point.
Vibroblade, of course, or flamethrower.
I was thinking flamethrower.
There's something nice to be said about a flamethrower that can't be stopped with a lightsaber.
Right? Exactly. Alright, so that leaves me 5 points still. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Dun dun dun. Alright. I'm out. Y'all have a great time.
All right. Night, guys.
Thanks for your help.